welcome back to Pouring Through Life. I am going to do a Geode coaster mold, another experiment using Stonecoat's heat resistant resin along with my favorite resin that I usually use, which is the Superclear by FGCI, I think is what it's called. So the colors today are going to be Meyspring Shiny Malachite, Eye Candy's Dark Oob, which is basically an eggplant color, and Rolio's Copper, which is super pretty. I love playing with that one. In the Dark Oob is Stonecoat heat resistant resin. I'm going to put that color in first. I have a little bit of the Stonecoat left so that I can pour on top. So I did it yesterday and it worked out fine, but I didn't get the effects I was hoping for because I didn't have enough of the Stonecoat in there. So I'm hoping, because I did a 50-50 deal, we'll get a little bit better. I'm also going to do the clear crushed glass as the center, and I'm going to put in it they call it cheat glitter because it takes on, there it is. It takes on the color of whatever's in there. So I'm going to add just a little tiny bit of that in there and mix that around for some sparkle. I love the glass. I've been kind of focused on the glass a lot lately. I've done some dyeing of glasses and everything too. So this will sparkle it up with some holographic fun. Yeah, I like that. That's really pretty. The reason why I'm putting this in there is to hide the back of the glass, because the back of the glass is white and I find that irritating. So I'm going to get started before my resin heats up. The first color is the Dark Oob. The last time I did this, the purple disappeared completely and I don't want to have that happen again. So I put the most out of all the colors is the purple. I have my coasters on a 6x6 tile so I can easily move them. And having a nice flat surface and being able to move the coasters once, for them to dry if I want to work on another project. I want to be able to do that if I have to. I'm just trying to get even amounts of resin in each coaster of the purple. Dark Oob, as they call it. The next color I'm going to pour on here is going to be the Copper. Once again, the purple has the Stonecoat heat resistant resin in it. The other colors is my normal resin, which is the fiberglass, whatever, FGCI Superclear resin, which I like. It's consistently good. I have a lot of issues where it doesn't work. I like that resin a lot. My only complaint about that resin is that stupid knobs. Got those child safety knobs and I can't ever get them open. Finally got to the point where I just break the knob off. My kids know not to mess with my stuff, so I'm not worried about them getting into it. I can tell my coaster is not level, so I'm gonna put a popsicle stick under these back two front and this right one also. I'm not worried about the heat, the Stonecoat heating, getting hard fast, because that one is one of those resins that just takes a little bit longer. But I am worried about the other resin. It will harden fast. So the work time isn't as long as Stonecoat. But I do like consistency, so that's why I use it. Normally I use the Stonecoat to go over my tile coasters and my trivets because it's heat resistant. Stonecoat's also a little bit more expensive of a resin, so I don't use it as often, but I do like the effects it gives. So hopefully I can find a way to get the effects using my resin that I like and a little bit of the Stonecoat. That might be interesting. I'm just going to throw the torch on this and get some bubbles out, or heat gun and get the bubbles out. And I'm going to put a popsicle stick under this one, and this one, actually under all four, truthfully. They all look a little uneven. Remove the resin so I don't spill it. Just going to put a pop stick under here and a popsicle stick under here. Yeah, just a little bit uneven. Almost just knocked my resin over. Done that a few times lately. Going to tilt it back so that I can get the purple distributed back a little bit. All right. I don't want to spend too much time fussing around and then have my resin go off, so I'm just going to move that a little bit, hope for the best. You gotta be careful with these coaster molds too, that you don't over torch them, because they do melt and you ruin them. Well, you can ruin any coaster mold, but these cheap ones you'll ruin faster than the other ones. It's my third or fourth set. See, it's already trying to do striations, so I want to go ahead and get this next color down and then the final color down so I don't lose the patterns that I want. Because I'm taking so long, I'm actually going to do a little puddle of clear of the Stonecoat in the center before the next color comes down. It's handy to have these little 6x6 tiles when you're doing coasters, just to make sure you got a hard surface. It's best make sure that the bottom has a good hard surface. I'm also going to go through here and I'm going to go across the edges and make sure there's no bubbles really quick, because that's another issue. The air gets trapped in the little edges of the geode, so you want to make sure that that doesn't happen. You can actually see them. Cleaned my coasters right before I did it, and I can tell that I didn't dry them good enough. Hopefully that won't affect the outcome either. Alright, so hopefully that works. I'm just going to wipe my stick off. I'm going to put a little tiny puddle of clear right here in the center. Try to be as even as possible. Don't want to use all of it because I do want to be able to put some on top. Okay, so the next color is the copper. try to get as even as possible on the colors. And my puddle is, or my coaster is still not level, so I need to fix it. Why I can't do this today. Apparently, this one needs that. Okay, so next color, our next coaster here. The other ones look pretty good, except for the front one. I'll add another stick under that one as well. But these back two look perfect. And I dripped there, of course. Just gonna divvy up the rest between each coaster. I have a couple areas that the resin isn't sticking, so that is when I cleaned my coaster and I didn't get that area dry before I put the resin in it, so hopefully that doesn't mess up my coasters. It seems to be filling in now, so that's good. Just trying to get these puddles as even as possible because that really makes a difference. I think I'm going to do another puddle of the Stonecoat clear in the center between that one and the next one since I did it the last time. Before I put that, I'm going to give it a quick torch. Okay, so now a little clear, a little bit of the clear. Almost full already. Dang it. Okay, I'm going to save the rest of this for the top when I put the glass in. And this resin is warm, so I need to get this done. Really hope the green doesn't take over again. Last time it did. I was disappointed. Couldn't even tell that there was ever the purple in it. I have no idea how or why it did that, but this time I added a little bit more pigment and I added a different color in between the two, so I'm hoping that makes a difference so the purple does not disappear on me. I mean, I loved it. It's very beautiful, but you can't tell at all that the purple was in there. love this color, the shiny malachite. It is really pretty, and it sparkles. When you shine light on it, it definitely is shiny, for sure. The name is very accurate. Okay. Just a little bit more in here. I have a lot more room in this one. Kind of glad that I did the clears in between the layers, because you can actually see the definition of the clears. So hopefully that gives me another effect that I'm hoping for. I'm going to torch as soon as I finish divvying up this green. There's only a little bit left. And then put the glass in. I have enough resin to do a little bit of clear on top of the glass. And then I've got a little box cover that I'm going to put on top to protect them from the little fuzzies and things that are in the air. It drives me nuts. I can't tell you how many times I've had to do a clear coat because of come back several hours later and find a chunk of hair, dust, fuzz. I don't know what it is. It's annoying. My goal is to not have to do clear top coats. That's my goal when I do these. Because it's a pain in the Batuski. Any of you resin artists out there that do this know that it's a pain. Okay, so before the resin overtakes the glass, I got, oops, that's a little bit bigger than I wanted. That's all right. It'll be pretty regardless. Because resin is self-leveling, it's gonna try to go over the top of this center very quickly. So that's why I put the top, save a little bit of clear for the top to define where the glass is. Almost like a little, like I did the puddle in between the layers. It's the same concept. I bought these coasters. They're inexpensive from Amazon. And for some reason, they sent me 4 coasters that were all different depths, which I find a bit annoying. Why would they do that? I mean, I like the ultra deep coasters because then I can do stuff like what I'm doing right now, where I put a little bit more resin in it and put a big chunk of glass in the center. That's great, but I definitely don't like trying to figure out or having to sand off that ledge. I'm not a huge fan of having to do that. Okay, so I dripped, and now I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna clean up the glass chunks that are facing the wrong direction. Make sure there's nothing poking out the top. And then I'll take you guys in for a clean close-up. And once it cures, then I will show you what it looks like when it's done. So I have a feeling this might be a beautiful set. If it works out the way my brain hoped it would, I think this is going to be extraordinary. I'm going to pop up the side of this one a little bit there, because it keeps wanting to move that direction. Make sure there's no resin on my hand. I'm going to torch it really quick because the glass always has bubbles. I just want to turn over some of these ones here that have the white showing. Sorry for my kids screaming in the background. They always do this. Noisy little buggers. Okay. I hear you. Ava, please stop screaming. Just want to make sure that glass is not poking up. And I'm going to get that hair. Nice big giant hair. Look at that. Apparently this coaster wanted a little bit of my DNA. Stupid. I don't know how a hair got in there, but Ava, I'm recording, honey. What do you need? Okay, well, Mommy's gonna come and get her in trouble in just a second. Okay, will you stay out here, please?
Well, I'll just get my iPad.
Go get your iPad. Go ahead. I'm going to get my studio set up soon, and then I'm going to start doing some acrylic pouring classes where once this pandemic, I don't know what to say about this situation. Once it's safe to do so, I'm going to start my classes up, and I'm going to, for a fee, provide you with everything you need to do the class. And I'm really excited about it because I think it would be really fun to share something that I've been working on the last several years with everybody. It's kind of why I decided to do this channel. And these coasters are turning out beautiful. I'm not real happy about the hair situation that happened here. Oopsie. I didn't want my pattern messed up, so I'm going to see if I can push that back just a little bit because I don't want that to be a focal point. So I'm just going to work it back before this sets up and see if I can get that to come back to normal. But I'm in awe. They're beautiful. I am super stoked. I see a little bit of fuzzies coming through right in here, maybe just in the mold, the hair. I don't know how so much hair gets into these things. It's amazing to me. Just kind of just tap in the little dusties that are on here because I just don't want them poked through. And I'm gonna torch it one more time. But this might be my new favorite set, Adam. It's extraordinary. The colors are melding together and it is super, super, super pretty. I don't know what this is. Right there. Maybe a piece of glass. Check this out. Sorry, I have to fix that. If you put the heat torch in one section too long, it will change the flow of what's coming, and I needed to push it back. I am in awe of this set right now. Just want to make sure there's no glass poking through, because that's not what I want. I think I have a little bit of resin left in here. Can always scrape more. There's always leftover bits of resin in here. Another trick I do is I will run my heat gun in here. I know it melts it, but whatever. It'll just heat up what's in this cup, and then I can scrape just a little bit more resin out on top of the glass pieces. Adam, somebody's knocking on the door. Somebody's knocking on the door, Adam. Can you please hurry? It might be my package. Do not open that. Yeah, you don't touch that. That might be your birthday present in there. Yep, it is. What does it say what it is? How do you know I even ordered it through Amazon? Have you been sneaking? If you cheated, I will return it. Just like I do to the kids. My kids, if they sneak in my room and they look for their presents.
Obvious that it's a new car.
Wouldn't that be fun, huh? I'm sure Amazon's not far off before they start. Oh my goodness, I'm getting striations! It's working! Oh yes. See, look right there. Where I overheated that spot, and now the striations are coming through. So maybe I need to overheat it. Or it'll do it, but I'm so excited though that the purple is still here, because I did this color scheme a couple months ago, Adam, and the purple disappeared completely. You could not tell at all that I put any purple in it. I'll find it and I'll show it to you. All right, well, let me take you in for a close-up. So this is, once again, this is Dark Oob by Eye Candy. Shiny Malachite by Meyspring, and Rolio Copper. And I will show you the end result when I open it. My ring light is showing up. Sorry about that, you guys. The copper is so cool in this. I have to kind of say thank you to Julie Cutts, because she did these colors similar, well, not exactly the same, but like a brown and copper, and she didn't like it, but I thought it was pretty and I loved the pattern, so I decided to do my own spin on it, and I'm really happy with the results. Alright, if you like my videos, please hit the subscribe button. You can also hit the bell, which will notify you of future videos. I will see you for the demolding. Good afternoon. Welcome back to Pouring Through Life. It is coaster demolding time, my favorite time of the day. So yesterday I did this experiment using a mixture of resins together. I did half Stonecoat countertops, half of my fiberglass or Superclear resin by FGCI, and I'm super happy with the results. So I got striations, very nice subtle ones. I don't know if you can see them too good. See if I can get the glare of my light off of it. Okay, there you go. See the beautiful striation pattern? It almost looks like an iris of an eye. They're still a little bit tacky because of the Stonecoat takes a little bit longer to dry, a full 24 hours to be touchable. So there's that one. Oh, in the back. Just plain on the back. Nothing fancy on the back, but the fronts are amazing. Every single one got nice, pretty striations. This one, they wiggled a little bit, so I must have moved it. Simple back, little tiny bit of pattern, a little tiny bit of transparency. Nothing crazy. house is a mess, so pardon my messy area. There's the striations. Oh, I love it. This had a lot of green, and the green disappeared a little bit, but at least I kept some in the center. So, and there's little flecks of it that you can see kind of around it, but nothing crazy, which I'm fine with that, because when I did it the last time, which is this set, the purple disappeared and the green took over. You cannot see the purple in that at all. So I'm happy with the result that came out of this. I have to go, a couple of these I have to go back and do a clear coat, just because there's a bug right there. Can't have that. But check out the copper. Is that not beautiful? I am just in love with it. So I'm happy with how this turned out. I might try this a few more times. But yeah, pretty. Super, super pretty. You can see the copper all the way through. The copper isn't too overbearing. That one has the most amount of copper out of the 4. But look at how pretty that is. And that purple, which is kind of like an eggplant purple, you can really see the color on the back. But on the front, it's really dark, almost like black. But look at how gorgeous they turned out. I'm so happy. And then my flower experiment, I can't remember if I showed it to you, so I'll just show you them. So I did this blue one. And these are the ones that I dusted the flower mold. So I have this mold. So I took the little brushy thing and I painted the mold with the pigments. And they're mica powders. And then I poured clear resin in and I got these beautiful flowers. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour them into a tray and make a cute flower tray. Alright. Once again, please, if you're liking my videos, hit the subscribe button and give us a like. Also, there's a notification bell, so if you want to be notified of future videos, go ahead and hit that bell, and we will see you on the next pour. Y'all have a blessed day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.